Hello. Again, I'm with Sister Eva Solomon, and we have just come from the Thanksgiving Mass in Thanksgiving for St. Kateri at St. John Lateran. And so, welcome, Eva.
Thank you. Very nice to be here.
How are you today?
Very good. Wonderful.
Great. What
Yeah.
does it feel like after all of these last 2 days of events?
Well, it's been wonderful. It really has, even since before, just knowing she was going to be canonized, we've been
Yes.
preparing, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
What has it meant for you to come to this event?
Well, it's a real culmination of life in a sense, because it's one of the things I worked for from the very beginning, to have Kateri canonized with part of our goal as our work with Aboriginal people. And I think also the fact that somehow in the canonization of Kateri is the sense of dignity and honor that comes to the Aboriginal people to be recognized in a way that they've never been recognized before in history.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a great honor, yeah.
How did it feel to be at the canonization, and what was kind of a momentous moment in that day?
I'm not sure I can say which one was momentous. It was just all momentous in one sense.
Yes.
But
Is there an image or a moment that kind of stands out that you still carry with you and that you hold on to?
well, our Holy Father proclaiming her a saint as such,
Mm-hmm.
and then prayer honoring her, praying in her intercession as a saint.
Right.
That to me was to be able to say Saint Kateri. In a way, we've recognized it from the beginning, but now the church is recognizing it, which makes a big difference.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. And being at the Mass of Thanksgiving at St. John Lateran Church today.
It was really, really nice too, and I was disappointed that the Mohawk people were not as visible, like the Aboriginal people were not visible in that celebration,
Yes.
and that was disappointing. It should be our celebration, and we weren't there
Yeah.
in that sense, but otherwise it was beautiful still. Yeah.
It was quite amazing to see so many people in that congregation there today.
Yes, that were Aboriginal.
Yes.
Yes,
And
yes.
from where? Where do you think?
Oh, they're from all over, because I met people from Chicago, the Aboriginal community, and many of those are originally from the Manitoulin Island, and they went earlier after the Depression started picking fruit and stuff in the States, or vegetables, and they began to live in that area. But they were also part of the Ojibwe people all along down there. Well, the Ojibwe, the Potawatomi, and the Odawa were all one confederacy, whether there was no border, so they
Yes.
were there all the time. And so they were there. There are people, Aboriginal people from Washington State, which is where the little boy who was cured was, and from the southern U.S., from the northern U.S., and all over Canada, and even from Alaska. They were
Oh,
there.
fantastic!
Yeah.
It was a great
From
gathering.
from the Yukon and
Yes.
Northwest Territories. It
Yeah.
was.
It really was a great gathering
Yeah.
of First Nations people
Yes.
in the northern hemisphere
Yeah,
of the
really.
continent. Kateri means what to you personally?
Well, personally, she's been a patron of mine from a very early age, because my mother told us about her when we were very small, so we were aware of her very early on. And I also was working to establish a kind of a community. We have the Companions of Kateri that I started about 30 years ago, and we still are here together as community. So
Wow.
one of us couldn't come, but the rest of us are here.
Oh, really?
That was really
And
nice.
how many of you are in that community?
Right now, about 7 of us.
7 of you.
Yeah.
And so 6 of you came from that community.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
And we're from all over, like Northern Ontario, Northwestern Ontario,
Yes.
yeah, and Manitoba.
Well, I was sitting there in the church today, and I was thinking of the same thing. I wonder if she is going to have a community that will follow her spirit, that will promote her devotion and her commitment to Christ. And
And for us, it's also the commitment to interculturation of faith. because Her Holiness didn't start just when she was Catholic.
Exactly.
She was a holy woman from childhood on.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And so she knows what
Yeah.
that life was like.
She had to be holy in order to be able to open herself up even more to the
Exactly.
holiness of God,
Yeah.
as we know God
Yeah.
today, and as she would have known
I mean,
God.
her mother taught her the rosary when she was a
Yes.
very little child. Well, if her mother died when she was 4,
Right.
she was saying the rosary already.
Wow. Wow. That's fantastic. What would you like to say to people that might see this one day? What would you like to say to them today in light of this experience? What's a
Say, I
hopeful-
wish you were here. I
too.
think I hope our people begin to recognize their own beauty and goodness and dignity, so that they will stand up tall and
Yeah.
be proud of themselves as Aboriginal people, and also recognize that our Aboriginal spirituality is our roots, and we have to know that in order to know. It's like our first testament, to know that in order to be a better Catholic or a better Christian.
Right, and as you so well said, Jesus said himself, "I didn't come to abolish, but I came to fulfill."
Yes, that's
So
right.
as he's saying, as what you're saying there, is
Yeah.
that he's only going to, by receiving him into our lives, he's
Yes.
going to fulfill that, Aboriginal
Yeah.
or non-Aboriginal, whatever that religion or that faith is.
Yeah, we have a painting where in Thunder Bay we initiated him into the powwow, and that was a transforming moment for the people who were there. And he's called Anishinabe Jesus.
Wow,
Yeah.
fantastic, fantastic. Oh, great.
Thanks.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a real pleasure
Yeah.
to talk with you.
Mine too.
Okay, God bless.
I used to work at Anishinabe.
Yeah,
The very
I
first
know.
staff.
I know.
First Aboriginal person for sure.
Is that
on
all
staff.
right?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, how I wish we could get more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Yeah.